Have you ever met someone who just instantly felt magnetic? Someone who spoke with such confidence, smiled perfectly, and made you feel so almost like they understood you better than anyone else? It feels special, it feels rare. But what if that charm wasn't genuine? What if the warmth, the attention, and the compliments were not signs of a good person, but the opening moves of someone way more dangerous? The truth is, toxic individuals rarely reveal their darkness up front. They don't confront you with anger or manipulation on day one. They win you with charisma. They disarm you with confidence. They hide their intentions behind charm so perfectly that by the time you see the red flags, you're already emotionally hooked. Today, we're going to peel back the mask and expose the psychology behind charm, how it used to manipulate, control, and break people without them even realizing it's happening. Charm could be a powerful gift, but in the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. Toxic people use charm the same way hunters use bait. Not to connect, but to capture. They know exactly what to say, how to look at you, how to flatter you, and how to make you trust them faster than you should. Their charm feels like comfort, but it's actually camouflage. And once you're emotionally invested, they slowly begin rewriting what you believe, what you tolerate, and how you see yourself. Many victims don't even understand what's happening until much later, because they mistake charm for kindness, when in reality, charm is neutral. It can be real or it can be a must. In this video, we're going to uncover the dark psychology behind why people fall for toxic charmers, how manipulators use personality as a tool, the hidden tactics they rely on, the emotional traps they set, and most importantly, how you can recognize charm that is genuine versus charm that is designed to control you. Behind many charming personalities lies a deep well of insecurity. Toxic people don't use charm because they are confident, they use it because they aren't. They fear being ordinary, rejected, or overlooked, so they create a version of themselves that feels irresistible. This charm becomes their armor, a perfectly polished performance designed to protect the insecure parts of them they never want anyone to see. They speak with confidence because they fear vulnerability. They make you feel special because they depend on your approval. They give you intense attention because they desperately need emotional validation. 2. An outsider. This behavior looks like confidence, but in reality, it's fear wearing a smile. The moment their charm stops working, you'll see the cracks. Irritability, envy, passive aggression, or emotional withdrawal. This is why so many people fall for toxic charm. They don't see the insecurity beneath it. They see someone bold, charismatic, and exciting. But the truth is, toxic charm, ISNT confidence at all let, S, a mask worn by people who fear being truly seen. Humans are wired to respond to attention. When someone listens closely, compliments you effortlessly, and makes you feel chosen, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical tied to love, excitement, and addiction. Toxic charmers know this. They don't just give you attention, they give you intense attention. They study you, they mirror your emotions, they repeat your words. They make you feel like you finally found someone who understands you on a deeper level. This emotional intensity creates an illusion of connection that feels real, but is actually They focus on your insecurities, your dreams, and your loneliness, then feed you exactly what you crave. It feels like fate, but it's strategy. And the more validated you feel, the more blind you become to the early warning signs. This is why victims often ignore red flags. They're emotionally intoxicated by the charm, the closeness, and the feeling of being chosen. Toxic charmers don't lure you with cruelty, they lure you with everything you've ever wished someone would give you. Toxic charmers appear confident in a way that feels powerful, controlled, and attractive. But this confidence is manufactured. They speak with certainty even when they're wrong. They act like they know everything, and they maintain dominance in conversations by appearing unshakable. This confidence is not confidence, it's manipulation. They use it to make you question your own thoughts. When someone appears so sure of themselves, you naturally start doubting yourself. This is how toxic charmers slowly gain psychological control. They make you believe that they see things more clearly, that their judgment is superior, that their guidance is necessary. Notice how they rarely apologize. Notice how they downplay your opinions. Notice how they dominate decisions. Their confidence is not strength, it's dominance wrapped in charm. And once you start relying on their certainty, you unknowingly give them the power to redefine your reality. This is why manipulators are so dangerous. They don't force control. They charm you into giving it willingly. One of the most powerful tools toxic charmers use is emotional mirroring, the act of becoming exactly who you want. If you're quiet, they appear gentle. If you're ambitious, they act driven. If you're hurt, they play the healer. This mirroring creates an instant sense of compatibility that feels deep and rare, but it's not real. It's a psychological strategy. They reflect your desires so perfectly that you start believing you've found someone incredibly compatible. They aren't showing you who they truly are, they're showing you a version of yourself. This creates an emotional bond much faster than normal relationships and makes it harder for you to pull away. By mirroring your emotions, toxic charmers learn what you fear, what you allow, and what triggers you. Later, they use this information against you, either to control you or to guilt you. Emotional mirroring is not connection. It's manipulation disguised as understanding. The most dangerous moment in any toxic relationship is the switch when the charming mask drops. At first, everything feels perfect. Then slowly, the tone changes. Criticism replaces compliments. Silent treatment replaces conversation. Guilt replaces validation. Their warmth disappears the moment they feel secure, that you're emotionally attached. This switch is not random. It's intentional. Charm was the bait. Control is the goal. Toxic individuals don't want a partner. They want dominance, admiration, and emotional power. They start rewiring your behavior by withdrawing the charm that hooked you. You begin chasing the person they used to be, believing you did something wrong. But the truth is, the charm was never real. It was a performance to pull you close enough that you wouldn't tea leave when the darkness showed. The switch reveals their true personality, and by then, most people are too emotionally trapped to walk away easily. The most painful part of dealing with toxic charmers is realizing how common it is to fall for them. People don't get trapped because they're weak, they get trapped because toxic charmers target emotional needs. Everyone wants to feel understood. Everyone wants to feel chosen. Everyone wants to feel valued. Toxic charmers provide these emotions quickly and intensely, creating an illusion of love or deep connection that real relationships take time to build. Humans naturally trust warmth, confidence, and attention because our brains see them as signs of safety. But toxic charmers twist these signals into tools of control. You fall for them not because you're naive, but because they're skilled at exploiting emotional psychology. And the biggest trap is believing that their early charm was their true self. It wasn't. Falling for toxic charm is not a reflection of your weakness, it is a reflection of how deeply you are capable of feeling. Charm is beautiful when it's real, but when it's fake, it becomes one of the most dangerous forms of manipulation. Toxic people don't break you with cruelty at first, they break you with sweetness. And once you understand the dark psychology behind charm, you stop falling for the surface and start looking beneath it. Remember, real charm doesn't demand your trust, it earns it. Real confidence doesn't silence you, it supports you. Real connection doesn't rush, it grows. When you learn to see the difference, you stop being pulled into toxic cycles and start choosing people whose hearts are as genuine as their words. Awareness is your protection. Boundaries are your power. And once you know the truth behind the dark side of charm, you become someone no toxic mind can ever control again. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more content on navigating the complexities of human psychology.